Hi, welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. Unfortunately, I lost my Audacity file for the commentary that I did for this section, so I'm attempting, for the first time, to narrate what I have already recorded and see how that turns out. So pretty much my intent right now is to go through Hurricos to start this session off. It's an interesting level. So yeah, let's hit it. So yes, pretty much the purpose of Hurricos, well, your main objective really is to collect little diodes to get you through the lightning gates. I quite like the concept of Hurricos, but I don't like the orb collecting quests for it. It's quite, so yes, not one of my favourite levels. It's an interesting one, but I find the orb collecting quests a little annoying. And I must say it's rather hard to come up with commentary post having played it. Which is weird, it's like that's somewhat unnatural, trying to remember what I said and then repeating it post-gameplay, I guess. Anyway, you may have noticed I've been charging those little wooden windmill things. That has relevance because if you manage to destroy all of these in this level, you get a skill point, which will give you an extra life butterfly thing. So it's worth doing that. I'm not too familiar with the skill points in Spyro 2. I know some of them, but I have by no means discovered all of them. They're not relevant to the 100% completion score, though some hardcore Spyro fans may think if you haven't got all the skill points, you haven't got 100%. Well, I don't validate it, so there you go. Yeah, I'm not even sure if there's a record kept in Spyro 2 for the skill points. I can't quite remember. I know they introduced one for Spyro 3, which was kind of useful because it told you which level had a skill point available, and it was just question marks if you hadn't had it, if you don't get it, and but you could always just run around and explore that specific level looking for the skill point. So you're pretty much at this point just trying to go through and get sufficient spirit orbs, which are what you get for killing enemies, in case you didn't realize, and they power up the power-ups, for which you need to activate the supercharge power-up in order to get 2 of the orbs in this level. But pretty much I'm just So right now I'm just kind of wrapping up and failing. I forgot about that. First fail of this Let's Play. I'm a bit overzealous with the use of my my charge, which tends to be a problem in that I run around with reckless abandon and tend to kill myself, which is not good. I'm going to try and avoid dying in future, but I can't promise anything. So yeah, just finishing up killing the enemies and getting the talisman for this level.
Thank you, Spyro.
So now that we've got the talisman, we can concentrate on getting the rest of the gems and the 3 orbs for Hurricos, which starts off, as I think I mentioned, the need to get the spirit orbs to activate the power up, because you need to charge various things. These massive windmills, to be precise. Now, once you slowed those turbines down, you can of course glide over them, rather than getting sliced to pieces on them. And there's about 4 that you need to knock down, one of which is kind of difficult. Well, it's not actually that difficult, I screwed it up just then. You just have to make a pretty sharp turn coming out of that doorway there. So just immediate right, and bam, you unlock the pathway to the beginning of that orb challenge. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and start the challenge.
Spyro, do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it.
And I don't like this. Those of you who regularly watch my Let's Plays know that I'm not good at jumping puzzle type things. I tend to fail abysmally at them, so I'll cut out my failures after the first one. I'll try cut to the appropriate one. And there's nothing actually out here of interest, I just got sidetracked. So here we go, about to fail for the first time. But, of course, it allowed me to remember these 2 gems there. But the rest of it is pretty much fail, so I'll cut to the successful one. So here we have my success run after about 3 or 4 tries. Gonna have to cut out the next section as well, likely, because of the failures there too, which is not interesting at all. But at least the other one didn't take me as long as this, surprisingly, even though it's slightly harder. And here we get the first orb.
Spyro, you've done... The next glides get tricky.
Yeah, this is rather a frustrating section. Mainly because I keep prematurely jumping like that. So once again, let's cut. Alright, this time it is more of a success story. Ended up being quite cautious by this point, because I really didn't want to just screw it up by absent-mindedly missing the jump between the blades, so I decided to ride it all the way around. No real skin off my teeth. And I think it's pretty much plain sailing from here. We of course get the skill point for destroying all of the little windmills, and I get this on the first try, which isn't exactly impressive, but it's good because it wastes less time.
Spyro, help!
Yeah, that guy's afraid of the loud noise inside the room, so he can't switch off the switch.
Thanks for shutting down the...
Would have saved us a lot of trouble if if he could actually turn off a switch. So yeah, now we've got one more orb quest to do, and I realise I must have actually cut out a little bit, just a few gem collections, but I go back to that area anyway, so I'll point out where they were. There's about 4 of the green gems located just on this little around this sledge. If you go right around whatever that little platform is, you'll find the 4 gems that will give you the 400 out of 400.
Oh, these gear grind...
So yeah, now begins the long and tedious mission to catch the lightning thieves, by which you just have to attract them by placing these orbs, which is kind of annoying in itself, since it's very easy to kind of just spit them a little bit too far or too short and they don't get accepted, which is kind of silly. And then you just wait for the alarm. Like so. And the best practice is to, of course, charge them, because flaming them tends not to work. As evidenced there, that one got away. And then you have to start the process all over again. And yeah, it takes quite a while to do, unfortunately. It gets rather rather tedious to watch.